As a matter of fact, let me share my screen with this right here. Entire desktop. And the cool thing about this, ladies and gentlemen, is that once you have this, you can actually, you know, if you notice, let me back. You know, I even have a section for Q&A. All right, that's cool. Am I using Internet Explorer or Firefox? Neither. I'm using Chrome. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll see you, Bob. If you have any Q&A questions, just go ahead and feel free to ask away. Nobody have any questions? It's gonna be a short training. Oh my goodness. Yes, Rod, I'm using my computer mic. Can you hear me clearly? Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, here are the questions coming in. Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. Okay, Bob, you always ask the same question. When you talk about multi-user pricing, you always ask the same darn question. I don't know if we have any type of multi-user pricing along with that. Just have to find out. Just pretty much have to find out once everything is launched. I don't know if that pertaining to Vice Social or what, but that's with. I mean, that's with. Once that thing gets launched, then you'll be able to see all the components that comes along with that. All right, Francis. I mean, why should I be using slides? This is an open forum training right here. It's not a presentation. Vice Social is scheduled to go live, I believe, at the end of this week. All right. Which capture pages do you suggest we use? Me personally, and again, if you have any questions, use your Q&A box because I'm gonna have. I can't look back and forth through the chat and the Q&A section. So by all means, please try to use the Q&A box here. All right. First things first. When people usually ask like, what capture page do you suggest we use? I do know the Vice Social is going to have like some capture pages creator. All right. However, I use other tools along with that for capture pages. For example, let me keep this up right here. Okay, everybody should be able to see my screen. All right. Me personally, all right. It was personally just different tools where you can use your Vice Social your capture pages. All right. Me, I like using Wix. All right. I like using Wix. So you can use. This is a very low cost little site, website that you can actually use. All right. I like using them. Because I like to, I like hands-on stuff. Vitel does give you capture pages you can use. You can use that at your own will. It's pretty much whatever floats your boat or find room. I like things that catches a lot of people's eyes and a lot of their attraction. Okay, so what I do is I use Wix, and this is pretty much, almost like a quick reference. All right, almost like a quick reference as far as I know a little bit about Vitel. All right. If they want to know the Club Challenge, you can see right there I have little scrolling pictures that everything that pertains to the Freedom Club Challenge. All right. If they want to see the opportunity, they just go ahead and click on that button, and it'll go straight to the opportunity or what have you. that I use. All right. Products and services, and it's real cut and dry. With products and services, they can click on, and it's just a quick glance. Okay? Just a quick glance as far as what the Vitel has to offer as far as products, because people are going to want something. You're going to have people who are urchins, and they're going to want something in detail, and you're going to have people out there, especially internet marketers. They're the ones. Look, they teach you how to use capture pages. But they don't want to go on the catcher pages. They didn't. All right. But sometimes they just want information just to skim through it. All right, just to skim through it. So I make it nice and attractive. I highlight key areas on it. Almost like what the Vice Social has. Vice Social. Made simple. Social made simple. I'll keep out there. Hold on, let me go ahead and pause that and put a little videos and stuff on here. All right, so whatever capture pages that you're able to use, that just to pique your audience. All right, just pique your audience. All right, I mean, again, there's plenty of programs out there. Okay, plenty of programs out there, but I like using Wix. I put a nice little video up here about me, and just make sure that when you have your capture pages, there's some type of form of call of action button. Okay, so click on that button or whatnot. They just go ahead and it's to get some more info on that. Okay, that could go directly to your sign up page or whatever the case may be, which that should have went there. I had to pretty much change that. That should have went to my directly to my sign up page for the call of action. But that's just one of the components that I use for capture pages. Okay, there's a lot more. Like again, the company has by social launches. They're going to have you some capture pages, which pretty much going to almost look just like this. All right, which almost going to look just like this, so to speak. Not with a Wix format, but, similar like this. It'll have a nice little slot with the video. It's going to have something about Freedom Club Challenge, blah, blah, blah. And somewhere where the customer or the prospect can enter their information for you about that opportunity. All right, so hopefully that is up. I apologize for that. Let me get back to my Q&A here. I just got to learn where does it go? Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm new and I do not know where to send someone to pay their cell phone bill. How do they do that? Okay, I'm new and I don't know where to go to send somebody to pay their cell phone bill. Real easy. All right, it's real easy. Each and every one of you who has a website, okay, it's going to be your site name.vitelwireless.com. If you're talking about prepaid services, if you're speaking of prepaid services, it's real easy. Just go to your site name.vitelwireless.com. Don't use my name. Don't use this because I'm going to get the credit. All right, but go to your site name.vitelwireless.com and just click Payment Center. Okay, you click on Payment Center. Bring up the prepaid refills, all right? And all you have to do is just select what country they're in. If they're in the United States, just choose United States, and you can either choose it by carrier up here or by down there, and whatever it is. If it's Boost Mobile, if it's H2O, if it's Simple Mobile, anything else like that, all right? So that's how that's how somebody can go to pay their refill bills, all right? The URL to go directly to that site, I highly recommend you go to GoDaddy and create your domain just to make it simple. All right, simple. My domain is o3refillme.info. Okay, O3refill. So it's something that's real catchy, something that's real easy to learn for your prospects. Okay, to pay their bills. Okay, this is where I send all my customers. Okay, to pay their bills. While we on the subject of prepaid refills, all right, I always make a habit, okay, to have a calendar. Okay, some of you use Gmail, Yahoo, AOL, whatever case it is. Start learning how to, put in notes of when it's time for your customers to pay their bills. All right, make sure you put that on there. All right. So, and also, if their bill is due today, then you want to set it for yesterday. And today's what, the 11th? You always want to set it for the 10th of the next previous month, so you can send them a reminder. Okay. Always make sure you tabs with your customers like that. So that's just a nice little nugget to keep in close and also a rapport with your customers when they're paying the refill services. So hopefully, CS far that answers the questions right there. Okay, okay, Penny, how do you start out getting $35 unlimited talk, text, and web customers? How do you start out getting $35 unlimited talk, text, and web customers? All right. To get those type of customers, okay, once it's all about creating the need. It's all about, one thing is for certain, how I build my business is quite different than most of the leaders do on here. Most of my people that I personally sponsor in, okay, I would say a good, give or take 55% of them, right? They are or were my customers, okay? They are or were my customers, all right? And I just end up flipping them into business partners, all right? So how I start out by getting is always about conversation. Just like when you're building your business, you have to do what? You have to talk to people. Okay, you have to talk to people. All right. Sometimes it's not always all about computer love. Okay. There's so many pros and cons of how people build a business. There's a pro and con. When you're building your business offline, there's a pro and con when you're building your business online. Okay. But either way, whatever is online or offline, to build that strong relationship between that prospect, learn how to talk to them. All right. Some people, for some odd reason, I cannot explain this. Some people just don't like talking to people for some reason. I don't understand. Okay, I do not understand that. All right. If you're uncomfortable about giving your number out, that's where you got Google Voice. Okay. There's another tool out there called Skype. Okay, you can Skype them, especially if you have people overseas. All right, that's a good tool for you to use. All right, so you always want to make sure that you talk to the person and also make sure you sell the value. Okay, even if we have an outstanding plan. We have an outstanding plan here, with Vitel, which is the $35 plan. But don't get into the habit that you're selling off a price, or I should say you're marketing off the price. You never want to sell or market off a price. Okay? And the reason why I say why, because it's always going to be something cheaper. What? Right? Sound like Brandon right there. Okay? It's always going to be something cheaper out there. Okay? It's always going to be something cheap out there. So you don't want to necessarily always start out with price. The price should be nothing more but a feature. That's how I market. Okay? Price is nothing but a feature to me. All right? Because what's the difference between a Toyota and a Lexus? What's the difference between a Volkswagen and an Audi? All right? What's the difference between a Nissan? Okay? So don't get in a habit, okay? Don't get in a habit to sell it off a price because it's always going to be something cheaper. For example, there's a company that launched sometime in September last year, which is what causes a huge ripple effect through the industry with a unlimited plan for $50. A limited plan, $50. But now, guess what? We have a limited plan for $35. And I believe there's another plan out there of like $30 or $25. So you don't want to necessarily always lead off or sell off a price. Okay? And also, so we can't sell off a price, then what do we sell off of? Something that you always hear about. You always sell the value. Do you hear me? You always sell the value. Okay? Not only that, hold on, let me see something right here. And the reason I really don't sell off the price of it is because guess what? I can't sell this $35 plan as somebody on antenna. All right? Just because it's $35, we should be whoop-de-whoop. Okay? Find out what works for the customer. Trust me. You're going to enjoy it, okay? You're going to think for the customer, okay? So see, this $35 plan here works off the T-Mobile network. So you need to ask these customers and make sure, hey, how is T-Mobile in your area? Oh, it's great. I live in Chicago. It's awesome. Okay, perfect. You get this $35 plan. If they're all the way up in Colorado, in Denver, or not Colorado, what's this over here? Man, my social studies is getting bad. Okay, if that, let me just use Montana. All right. If they all the way here in Montana, why should I sell them the $35 plan just because it's $35? So when they get the 30th car and they activate it, they get no signal. Now they cursing you. Now they cursing the company, and they setting off a bad name because bad news travel fast. Okay, so ask the question: how's T-Mobile in service in your area? What's T-Mobile? Okay, so you don't know what T-Mobile is. Okay, how's AT&T? Oh, AT&T is great, great. I got something for you. How would you like unlimited talk, text, and web for $60? All right, I'll put you on my H2O network. Don't be scared to use these other services because guess what? Regardless, it's going to be cheaper than what they're paying now. Guarantee it. It's going to be cheaper what they're paying automatically right now. So that's why I tell my reps, make sure you have a little bit of everything. Don't get in the habit just to be. And it's another thing. This is another tool to make or trick or a nugget that you want to write down. Okay, keep inventory on you. Keep inventory on you. Don't always just go based off. Okay, just go to my website, order the service, and let me know when you get it. Especially if they live down the street, around the corner to the left. Okay, learn services with you. Order 2 or 3 Vitel $35 cards, 2 or 3 H2Os, 2 or 3 Red Pockets, Simple Mobile. Okay, Net 10. I don't even mess with Net 10. That's what I don't mess with them no more. But I mean, keep some SIM cards on you. Because trust me, I mean, customers rather like to get their stuff right then and right there. It's very rare that they'll wait. All right, very rare that they will wait on or wait for some service. But make sure you get that in. All right. So hopefully that answers your questions there, Penny. Ryan, I would love to do that, but that's just way too much typing. All right, so hopefully they can write it down as I speak it. Penny, do I target an area where T-Mobile is heavy in? You could definitely do it, but usually that's usually off the major cities. T-Mobile is heavy in. All right. However, again, I like to sell the value versus just off of T-Mobile services in that area, so I can do that. Because guess what? Because T-Mobile is heavy in that area doesn't mean that everybody likes T-Mobile. Okay. I have T-Mobile and I can't stand it 50% of the time. But hey, I'm not paying for my bills, so there's no need to for complaints right there. But I mean, because T-Mobile is heavy in it, you always want to make sure what works for the customer. Okay, Karen Barrett, she says, I want to sign up people from the Caribbean islands. How does that process work? Excuse me. How does that process work? And who said, wait a minute, we do not see these questions. You guys don't see my screen? You should be able to see these questions, right? I had to double take that question right there. You should be able to see my screen if you can see the questions. But anyway, I'm over here at Karen Barrett's question right here. All right, thank you, Lou. I want to sign up people from the Caribbean islands. How does that process work in terms of fees, tax IDs, etc.? If you was on the Power Team Marketing social page, Brandon Ivy, Regional Vice President Brandon Ivy, he put in a step-by-step as far as how the tax IDs and stuff works on there. Sign up people is pretty much the same way you would sign up a representative. Okay, all they do is let me go to my site real quick. All they do is just go to your regular website and they just click on join now, just like a person in the United States would join. It's the same way how a person overseas would join as well. Okay, just get started today and they can choose the package they want and just go follow the sign up form. Okay, and put in the respective country on that. Okay, on the Vice Social site, there are many typos on it. Becky, send a support ticket and let them know what the typos are. Okay, Bob, what you talking about? How will affiliates be paid? What do you mean by that? Okay. Let's see. Gene, what's the best way to refill when the pay portal is down? Usually, if the pay portal is down, so some of you probably have heard that we keep getting hit up with fraud. You know, I mean, sometimes when you have great things going, people are always trying to, steal your joy, if you will, on there. If your pay portal is down, make sure you send a support ticket. All right, make sure you send a support ticket. And let me pause right here when I'm talking about support tickets here. All right. So if you are having a customer service issue, all right, if you are having a customer service issue, all right, me personally, and I hear Brandon say this, and I stand by it, okay, and I stand by it, okay. Do not call the company. Do not call the company, all right. If you have an issue, whatever that may be, go into your back office, okay, your back office. Let me see if I could do it without me showing too much stuff here. Okay, perfect. All right. Go into your man, I need to check up on my leads. Goodness gracious. All right. Go to your back office, click on account, and click on support. All right. And submit a service request ticket. All right. You're gonna click on submit a service request ticket. Click on where it says click here. All right. And this screen is going to pop up. All right. Put in the subject and put in whatever your problem is. All right. I guarantee you, if you follow this systems and leaders, team leaders, ASMs, RSMs, NSCs, and other RVPs, I'm going to put you guys on the spot as well. Okay. If your team is doing this, you will have less headache. Okay. You will have less headache. If you follow this and what I'm going to teach you right now, you will have less headaches of getting your problem solved. Okay. If you are having an issue, customer service, wherever that issue may be, all right, submit a support ticket. Stop trying to call because you're going to get upset because, well, I'm trying to call all these times and nobody's picking up and this and that the other, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's kind of hard for a staff of 7 to 15 people to answer calls and emails and issues for a team of thousands. Okay. So the best way is to follow this system. Hope you're writing this down. First thing, whatever your issue is, submit a support ticket. Okay, submit a support ticket. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put NSCs and above on the spot on here. Send a support ticket. All right. If you have not heard a response within an hour and a half, I want you to escalate it to your nearest NSC or RVP. I tell my personal sponsor reps to do this all the time. Okay? Some of them doubt this. Some of them try to call corporate and they getting frustrated because regardless of the problem is, they didn't get back in contact with them at time enough, or they haven't heard any response on emails. Hey. But when I showed them this system, okay, they're happy. They're happy like a kid in the candy store, all right? So this is the system. Submit a support ticket. If you have not heard anything within an hour and a half, escalate it to your nearest national sales executive. Okay? National sales executives and above, you guys already know who you need to escalate it up to. All right? And guess what? I guarantee you it will get done in a great timely fashion. All right? Point blank. If you follow that system, everything will be okay. All right? Everything will be okay. So to answer your question right there, Gene, is that if your refill portal is down, I've heard that, hey, send a support ticket, let them know what type of carrier it is. Make sure you have the billing information along with that. Okay, and they'll take care of it. All right, they'll take care of it. Okay, Warren Davis, is there any insurance available on these? Hold on, let me do this. Is there any insurance available on these phones that are branded to a $35, $50 plan? I don't believe there are. Okay, I don't believe there are, but I do believe there are companies out there that will put insurance on particular phones out there. All right, Bob, what are you talking about? How can I hook up with an affiliate for Vitel? What is that, buddy? James Wood, will Vice Social have a language translator? That I don't know at this time. Chris, have you gotten a list on what Vi products will be included in the Vi Social? Yes, it's a site. Go to your website page and it'll show you what all the components are of the Vi Social. As far as seat capacity, now that I don't know if it's a tier pricing. I believe we talked about this on our on our calls. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure if there's going to be tier pricing as far as the seat capacity goes. Okay, I am Tony Porter. I am super big time lost as to the purpose of the domain. I have one, but what do I use it for? Your domains is a website that makes it much easier for your customers. Okay, for your first to remember. Okay, so as I stated, if you're trying to get a customer to a particular site page, okay, you know what? I could have used this as an example. See, this site right here is like 0311mobile.wix.com.is. You know, I just changed it to, it's coming up here now. I just changed it to vitellifeofchris.com. When you go to vitellifeofchris.com, that goes directly to the page. That's what domains are. It's just a name that you give your website, okay, especially if it's hard to remember, like this. Okay, if a person, and I believe I've mentioned this before, if I want a customer to go straight to my prepaid refill, okay, and I know we have a webinar in 30 minutes. I will let you know this is going to be a while. Okay, this is definitely going to be a while. Instead of me giving my customer 0311-sales.pre-pay-sales-phone email, I can't remember that. And if I can't remember that, the customer's not going to remember that. I mean, try to remember all of that. Okay? Try to remember all of that. You're not. So you're going to GoDaddy and create a domain, okay? It's going to make it easier. To get to the very same page of that domain, this is what I created with GoDaddy. 03refillme.info. Isn't that easy? Look, it's the same, right? But you don't see .phone, .slash, asterisk, question mark, pound sign. You don't see all of that. So it makes it much easier for the customer to remember. 03refillme.info. So that's the purpose of a domain name. Okay, it just makes it easier for your prospect or for your customers to access to the site that you want them to. Okay, penny cow. ATT is only. Oh no. No, AT&T, when it comes to prepaid, and I'm glad you mentioned that, by the way. All right. Give me over here. All right. Let me just go through these sims right here. All right. Write this down. Penny, I know you got this note. Right? Ask me questions you already know the answer to, girl. All right, let me write this down, okay? If a customer has AT&T phone, okay, can't put them on the $35 plan. Me personally, I don't. Again, that's just me personally. There's no reason. There's no right or wrong. It's just me personally. I don't do that. If a person has a T-Mobile phone, I'll put them on the $35 plan or Simple Mobile because they use the T-Mobile towers. Okay. If a customer has an AT&T phone, they can use H2O and they can use. All right. The difference between the two, with Red Pocket and H2O, the same pricing, but Red Pocket has 4G services. Okay, 4G services with their plans. All right, services with their plans. I used to use Net 10. I don't use them anymore because they went down on their data packages. I just use these two as far as data packages go. But out of these two, as far as what's my favorite, is Red Pocket. Okay, Vandalin. Okay, I still can't understand the SIM card sale when you have them on you. Okay, when you have them on you, can you do a role play? All right. Okay. Say like if I have a customer. Okay. For example, let's see if I can go here right quick. Say like if I have a customer who responded to one of my Craigslist ads. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I ordered dinner late, so forgive me for 1 minute. Okay, sorry about the body. Ordered dinner a little bit late. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So say like I was saying, telling you, say like if I had a customer reply to one of my Craigslist ads. Okay. So when you're talking to a person, here you go, right here. Okay. I'll put a Craigslist ad out there, and I have a person that calls me on it. All right. Now, a person says like, "Hey, yes, I have a T-Mobile phone, and hey, I would like to have that $35 plan with me." Okay. Now, instead of that person, I usually don't give links. All right, I don't give links unless it's put towards my prepaid service link. Okay, I always want them to call me. Remember, as I said earlier in this training, that you want to talk to your prospects and your customers. Okay, you want to talk to your prospects and your customers. Always make sure they have a way to access me. All right. So if a person is telling me, it's like, "Yeah, I saw your ad, and I'd like to save money on my cell phone service." So I'm like, "Okay, great. All right, no problem. Okay, hey, some of the times, what? Most of the times, uh-oh. Okay, give me 1 second. Say moving. Hold on. Let me see if I collapse this right quick. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you. Now, say like if a person wants to, thank you, son. All right, y'all close that door, okay? Say like if a person wants to save money, they say, "You know what? Hey, I saw your ad on Craigslist. I have a T-Mobile phone, the Samsung Galaxy 2, whatever. I'd like to have that plan for $35." I'll say, "Okay, great." Most of the times, especially from a Craigslist standpoint, they will think that you're a dealer or you might have a store. Okay, so usually I like to meet them. Okay, I like to meet my customers at a public location. There's two reasons why I like to do that. See, I can always mail it to them, but if they're local, if they're a driving distance, I like to meet them. So I'll say, "Hey, can you meet me at the McDonald's on 147th Street, or can you meet me at the Panera Bread on 62nd Street, or whatever case it is?" Okay, and then, "Hey, I have this SIM card for you, whatever case it may be." So once I meet them at the McDonald's, Panera Bread, Starbucks, whatever case it is, I'm introducing themselves. They introduce myself to me, and I'm activating them on the spot. Okay, how? Because I have the SIM card on me. Okay, now before I complete the transaction, or usually after I complete the transaction, I just ask, I'm making small talk with them. Okay, I'm asking, "So hey, so what do you do?" "Oh, I'm in school," or "Hey, I work this job at so and so. I do blah 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 blah." And sometimes, and guess what? When I'm making small talk with them, what do you think they're gonna do? They don't want to make small talk with you. Okay? So people might ask me, "So what do you do?" I say, "Hey, I help people relieve stress, or I help people eliminate their household bills." "Really? How do you do that?" "Oh, glad you asked." Now, remember I said there's two reasons why. There's two reasons why I want to meet them. Because now, not only I get them as a customer, now they just gave me the green light to show them my opportunity. Well, remember you heard me say about flipping customers into business partners. This is neat that I know I can hang my hat on, and this is what I teach a lot of reps to end up doing. So that's how you can pretty much do it, all right? Don't be scared to talk to these people. Don't be scared to meet some of these people, okay? I'm not talking about going to their house. I'm not telling them to have them come to your house. I'll let you know them, okay? Unless you have that tight of a rapport with them. But that's why you have public locations. It's okay for that. Guess what? Customers will do that. Especially if you got a hookup like this, man, they'll meet you at the end of the world. They have to, all right? So that's one way how you can pretty much do that, really get the customers on pretty much on anything. Hopefully that answers your question there, Vandalin. Juan Davis, does Vitel activate SIM cards other than the plans that we offer? Yes, they do. Okay. Yes, they do. You can get some CV off of HMO activations and also Simple Mobile and Red Pocket activations. Pretty much all the SIM cards that we have. We have it. Okay. If you activate it through Vitel, you will get paid some CV on that. It's my time. When the customer gets the SIM card, do we help them activate it right then and right there? I already answered that question. Okay, Chris, the left side of the screen is blocked. Okay, it's probably something old by the Q&A box. Okay, Penny, if a person purchased the SIM card only and then waits to purchase the service and activate it, how does that credit to us? What do you think? They go to your website. Remember, we all get paid off of what we do on our website. Okay? We all get paid on what we do on our website. Sabrina, if I don't have service with this company, how can you tell anything about them? It's pretty simple, Sabrina. It's all about education. Okay? You definitely let's think about it. You always hear that whole phrase like, be the product of the product or whatever case it is. Guess what? You don't have the $35 plan? Get it. That could be your business line, right? All right? And not only that, if you have cable or whatnot, we offer satellite TV services. Why not get it and save yourself money and get paid for it? See, these are the things that any company you go to, you pretty much want to have to be the product of the product. All right? It's not mandatory, but guess what? It's definitely going to serve you well in order for to do that. See, I got DirecTV right now. I have Dish. I had Comcast. Okay, I can tell everybody what it does. I can tell a person what's the difference between cable and satellite when as far as billing goes and fees. Okay, so again, it's all about selling the value. As long as you're educated on this, Bob, you don't have to call me, man. I don't know what is you getting at with this affiliate thing. If we have all these type of services for a reason, okay? I don't know. What are you guys trying to see on the Q&A box? You keep saying move the Q&A box. What are you trying to? What are you seeing? What are you trying to see? In the way of what? What is it? It's a screen share. The Q&A box is in the way of the questions. Okay, I don't know how it's showing on you guys' end, but let me do this. Hold on 1 second. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the center of the screen. Okay, I just got called. It already fixed it. All right, when I open up the Q&A box. Okay, so going forward, if you don't see the Q&A box, it's okay. I'm going to repeat the questions anyway. All right. So Sabrina, it's all about the education that we have. We teach you on these services. That's why I tell people the $35 plan, use it as a business line. Okay, use it as a business line. All right. But necessarily, it's all about the information.
What?
I'm trying to see get this Q&A box. I'm seeing people saying they've seen it. It's kind of weird here because well, I'm gonna have to do it in, and I apologize. I'm just gonna have to read off the questions. You know, just keep putting submitting the questions or whatnot. Then I just say I just repeat the question and answer it as I go along. All right, so I apologize for that. Now, what was okay? Services, part time, okay, Bob. Yeah, you don't have to. You just want to have to call me, man. I'm not clear on what you're talking about. All right, Rod Doctor. Chris, they need to put in all zeros on the social page. Blah blah blah. It's either all zeros or all ones. With Brennan already addressed that. All right, Brennan already addressed that when he put on our social page. Okay, Danielle, what does this webinar platform do? Everything that any webinar platform does, but just a little bit more. You can do presentations on it. You can share your screen. You can share documents. You can upload YouTube videos on it. You can have like almost your very own hangout. Okay, you can have pretty much your very own hangout on here. I can add multiple people with cameras. You know, all I do is select their name, and I can invite them to a video conference or invite them to an audio conference. So you'll see my picture and hear my voice. and also theirs. So it's like it's everything in a bag of chips, as they say. All right. Okay, Dudley, why is it so important for international involvement? Can international members use the Freedom Club? Diamond members, blah, blah, blah. The Wi-Fi, I can use the Wi-Fi hotspot. The same problem with VPN. They cannot use the VPN since it's not available internationally. Dudley, have you heard the buzz? I mean, I don't know. Have you heard the buzz? Have you heard about what this thing can do? Did you know that this particular product itself is an international product? So there's the buzz right there. You know how many people I have? People from the UK in my organization, people in India in my organization, people in South America in my organization. They just in Mexico in Central America in my organization along with this, and they're just so geeked up about the all by itself. Okay, so guess what? To answer your question, they may not use the Vitel Benefits Network, but guess what? We have other products and services. That's just like saying, about 4G. 4G service is not everywhere. I just showed you the $35 plan. Guess what? The $35 plan is not everywhere, is it? So it's the same distance. Vitel is positioning itself to be, international. And there's a lot of buzz going along with here. And plus, not to mention, hello, we have our bill pay payments, right? Did you know people in Jamaica, Bahamas, in the Middle East can pay their cell phones on my website, and I didn't have to sign them up? So that's one of the great things about having an international product. And this is what we have here with Vitel. We have international products that we can reach out home base and out base. Oh, that's probably what he meant. Okay, thanks. Okay, that's probably what you. Okay, that's what you meant, Bob. Yes, you can definitely. I just answered that too. Yeah, people can have multiple users. I can have. I could choose you the user right now. Right now on this webinar platform with Vice Social. Remember, I was telling you about the Google Hangout type of portion to it. All I do is select the name, and I can invite you to a video conference. And guess what? You'll be plugged in just like you see me right now. Okay. Does T-Mobile cover Alaska for Rosanna, like Anchorage in Alaska? I don't know the top of my head. You can always go to T-Mobile website and check the that. Rosina, no, not this type of training because this is mostly open forum. When I start getting into the product itself training, that's when I will record it. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that this weekend so we can have that go along with our new training site that's coming. Oh, yeah. Okay, Eric, the Vice Social coming soon. The page with that's under products. Is that where the Vice Social page is going to be when it goes live? Yes, it will. Okay, yes, it will. When it goes live, that's exactly where your location is. So yes, you can definitely create a domain for that when it launches. When the VPN drops to $25, yes, everything will be automatically. Okay, Delhi again. I mean, I don't know what you're against going international or something like that, but it's all right. I mean, you don't have to go international. All right, you don't have to go international, but I know some people on here who may want to go international. Okay, I have a rep on my team from the UK, and she's living here in the United States. But guess what? She has hundreds of prospects, hundreds of prospects in her home country. Okay, or where her family is. All right, so it's okay. I mean, this is all about options. All right, you don't have to go international if you don't want to. All right, it's just like you being in your respective state. You don't have to leave the state. You can sign up. I could stay in Illinois if I want to, but I don't want to because I want to leverage. That's just the smartest way to do it. All right, but it's a choice. Okay, it's a choice that we have if you want to go international with it or not. It's totally up to you. Some of the products and services they can't go on with. They don't have to use Wi-Fi. Guess what? That's a choice. If a person doesn't have to be a diamond, they could be just a platinum, and that's it. I mean, hopefully that makes sense to everybody else. I mean, it's all about choice. Okay, it's all about choices. So whether or not, if you want to go international, that is up to you. That is up to you. If you don't want to go international, that is up to you. If you want to stay in your state and build, that is up to you. But me personally, I want to go out. Look, if we could sign up people in Saturn and Pluto, I'll sign them up too. That's just me. All right. All right. Okay, Penny. So by having Vice Social, that would now eliminate us from having to put a $50 retail CV for platinum and 100 retail for diamond. The retail outside volume still counts. By you having Vice Social yourself, that carries a $50 fee. Yes, that will count towards your qualification as a platinum. Okay, if you're a diamond, you can have one, plus you need to sell one. All right. Everything's still the same as for qualifications go. If I sign up someone in another country, how would it get paid for the sales? There's an e-wallet. Some of you should have received the email. Okay, some of you might have received the email from the company about we're about to go into our e-wallet system. Woohoo! Direct deposit. Okay, direct deposit. So I'm very excited about that. Vitel's going to be moving from PayPal to go towards the e-wallet. So hopefully, Joan, that answers your question. So yes, we're going to have our very own e-system. Okay, the new diamonds, no, Penny. Just because you're a diamond, it's not going to mean you're going to be automatically promoted to a team leader. No, when the new plan kicks over and they purchase that diamond package for 400. Sorry, wait, oh my goodness gracious, yeah, $400. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, my allergies is getting bad. Okay, they will be automatically advanced to team leader. Okay, Sabrina, your Vitel website is what you put your domain page for people to go straight. That's where you want it forward to. That's where you want to forward it to. All right, your Vitel website is going to be the site that you forward from your domain. Okay, so for example, if you're trying to get somebody to your retail site, which is your site name.vitelwires.com, okay, you can choose a domain that says www.sabrinaservices.com. Okay, and you use www.sitename.vitelwireless.com to be forwarded to put in for that domain to forward people to that website, if that makes sense. Okay, so sabrinaservices.com which actually will turn into whatever your site name is, .vitelwireless.com. Okay, Jack. Okay, okay. It looks like I'm gonna have to, break this down, Barney style a little bit about this international thing right here. Okay, international. If I have reps in here, international. Okay, You do not need to have the Vitel Benefits Network. Okay? So, Chris, how do they qualify for the Freedom Club bonuses? Who can answer that question without me doing it? Okay? Who can answer that question for me? How can an international person qualify for products and services? Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Kiyoshi. Thank you, Vandalin. There you go. By doing what? Selling device social, making product sales. Guess what? We have international prepaid refills, right? We can sell Vice Social. If I'm living up in Brazil, okay? If Chris McCoy is living in Brazil, I love Brazil. That's a beautiful place, all right? If I'm living up in Copacabana, all right? And I'm in Vitel, all right? I can always qualify. I can qualify for marketing the Vice Social. I can qualify for, guess what? And here's a nugget. You know what? I'm going to give you some stick. Ooh wee. If you're an international rep right now, okay? Guess what my target audience will be? Not only Americans, but guess what? Other Brazilians that lives in America, okay? Other Middle Easterns that's living in America. Other, people from Europe who's living in America. Spaniards, Polish people, and all other of any type of ethnicity or group that's in America, I can use them as a target audience. Okay, this is the cool part about being in a free country. Okay, we have all types of colors up in America's like a big old cup of ocean spray juice. Okay, we have something to everything up in here. All right, so guess what my targets will be? And this is what I buy international reps as well. Guess what? You're going to have Brazilians in America. Okay? You're going to have people from Africa in America. You're going to have people from Europe in America. You're going to have people from Latin America in America. Okay? So that's how you can build your businesses. All right? Think about these top brand product companies out here. All right? Matter of fact, even service-based companies, other service-based companies out there have international reps. So it is possible. It is possible. So that's how an international rep can make money by Vitel. Hopefully that answered every questions. I mean, me personally, I don't know who. I mean, why wouldn't you want to go with an international? Or, I mean, I believe we have a rep up in here who has a person from Japan or China. Hello? Okay? Hello? Imagine everybody getting the Vice Social. That's going to be insane. That's why it's such a huge buzz around here with Vice Social with this. There's a company out there that is only a webinar, that only is a webinar platform company. There's a company out there that its only product is a webinar. And guess what? They are pulling in over $20 million a month. $20 million a month. 20 again, million dollars a month just on one product. Just off of one product, which is a webinar platform. Hello, who wants to get some of that? Who wants some of that money right there? Hey, should I go with like a president? Okay, can you get at least 10% of that? Would you like at least 10% of that? Can 5% do you some good? Heck, can 1% do you some good? All right? Come on, people. Game changer. Game changer. Okay? So let's get it done. Let's get it done. All right. Let's see. Chris, when you fully master forward, can you just affect the tracking to the Vitel site? Yes, it's because little do you know when you start messing with these domains and stuff like that. I mean, don't be surprised, especially when you're out there giving you exposure. Okay, especially when you're out there getting exposure. Don't be surprised, and this happens to me each and every month. Don't be surprised that you end up getting a person that pays the bill on your website and you don't even know them. That's one of the cool parts of having a domain. Okay, don't be surprised when that happens. All right, I just looked at my back office today and I got somebody from Jamaica who refilled the minutes. I didn't speak to nobody from Jamaica, but just by me putting my information out there, just by me putting my website, my domain out there, guess what? It's creating that traffic. It's creating that buzz on the internet, like with Google. Chris, release those that have guests coming to the webinar. Oh, yes. Okay, yes, we do have we like 5 minutes late. Yes, we do have a webinar. So I'm going to keep going for a little bit because it's some stuff. I know I got some more questions out there. But, make sure you go to liveonedream.info. Make sure your guest is on there as well. All right, for the presentation. I believe Mr. Richard Roysley, he's doing the presentation. So he's off there knocking it out right now. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. This is huge. Not only because, this product is an international product, even our prepaid refills is an international product, but just the whole product by itself. Look how clean this is. And the more I play with it, the more I'm going to be quite fluent with it. All right, so I apologize for this little Q&A box being in the way and all this other stuff, but it's a clean, crisp, sleek look. All right. A lot of people ask me, well, Chris, like, who you want to target? I'm going to target network marketers. Oh, I'm giving some of my secrets away. Let me hush up. Okay? Let me hush up. All right? I'm going to target network marketers. Because the cool part about this, that Vitel sign that you see up there, I could change that to 5 links. I could change that to Organo Gold. I could change that to Penny Matrix. I could change that to whatever opportunity is out there. I could change that look. How cool is that? And the thing is that they can only buy from you. Yes, you heard that right. They can't get this from anywhere else. They can only get it from a Vitel reseller. Okay, 3 minutes. 3 minutes left for Q&A. Yes, Rod, it has a branding function to do that. It's awesome. Any other questions? All right. Perfect. All right, everybody. Well, that's it. That's it for our webinar presentation. Webinar for our Q&A forum session here. All right. Thank you for joining me this evening. All right. If you have any other questions or concerns or whatnot, I believe. Oh wait, who was this person? Was it Veronica? I think Veronica whatnot. Yeah. Make sure again if you have customer service issues or whatnot, please make sure you follow those steps. Okay. Make sure you follow those steps. Get your national sales executive or nearest RVP involved in that so they can help you out along with that. Okay. Trust me. It's going to relieve some of the headache. All right. Again, stay blessed, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. All right. Good night, and God bless.